Hi everybody, thanks for being here. All right, today I'm going to talk about the short game versus the long game. What if the choices you make today aren't just about today, but about the domino effect that shapes everything that comes after? In life, business, and even spirituality. There's always the short game, and then there's the long game. So let's dive in. The short game, driven by impatience, wanting quick wins without vision, fueled by greed, grabbing what you can now, ignoring the consequences, marked by trickery or shortcuts, getting ahead at someone else's expense. There's no loyalty or integrity. Relationships built on convenience, not trust. Results temporarily. There's no success, temporary success, often followed by collapse. The short game might look appealing at the beginning, in that moment that you decide, you know what, oh my God, this sounds so good. The side hustle. But it costs far more at the end. The long game. About permanent abundance. Whether that's wealth, fulfillment, or spiritual growth. Built with integrity. Doing things the right way. Even when it's harder. So true. Think about that. Patience as a power. Willing to wait and nurture and not just grab. Developing loyalty and trust in terms of relationships and yourself. Playing by the rules of alignment. Not exploitation. The results, a foundation that lasts, that compounds, that thrives. I love the book Built to Last. I love that book. I read that book. I took a class at UCLA, and the professor had us read that, and it was so good. But that's what it kind of reminds me. An example also, the long game. Let's take a look at, let's think about Nelson Mandela. He spent 27 years in prison. That's enough to break anyone, most people. If he had chosen the short game, he could have walked out. He could have done that, but he probably would have walked out feeling angry, demanding revenge. But Mandela, he chose something that was much harder. He chose forgiveness, unity, and peace. And he had that isolation, this is how I look at it, that gives you that time to think about everything. That the long game, because of it, his domino effect didn't just free a nation, it inspired the world. It inspired so many people. So the long game is always harder in the moment. It is. But its fruits last for generations. It's kind of like when you think about the long game. Well, when you do a startup, for example, you're so excited and everything, and like when I did my startup, but it was hard. I worked 24/7. I'm sure all of you out there that have done that. But it was very gratifying. So you have to think about that. Just because you're, starting a business, you're still going to have to look, if you want successful, you look at the long term, the long road. So the domino effect. The short game sets off a domino chain of instability. Quick wins that eventually topple. The long game sets off a chain of abundance, each step reinforcing the next, building momentum towards something greater. My closing thought is this. So the question isn't whether you're playing a game. The question is, which game are you playing? The one that collapses after a few dominoes fall, or the one that builds an unshakable line stretching into the future? So that's it. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you love it, like it, spread the news, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you, you guys, so much. Bye.